All right, got a replay here from Slojira and Boojilicious. Empire versus Chaos Dwarves. With some spicy builds. On one side for the Empire, we do have Marcus Wolfheart leading a bunch of swordsmen and spearmen into battle. He has a Grey Wizard with Pit of Shades and Melkoth Mystifying Miasma, the Silver Bullets, some Great Swords, and a bunch of Empire Knights. He also has the Black Lions, War Wagon with Hellblasters. Uniquely terrible in this matchup because the Chaos Dwarves have one of the best homing artillery in the entire game, the Deathstreaker Rocket Launcher. They also have a Kadai Destroyer, which is a bit of a meme. Astragoth Iron Hand is fine. Demon Smith Sorcerer of Death is fine, though I feel like Gojira's not going to have enough Winds of Magic to use Hellhammer and Fate of Buna effectively. He has a front line of Hobgoblin Cutthroats after their buffs, 2 Infernal Guard with Fireglaves, and some Hobgoblins that he gets on the flanks. And the Deathstreaker Rocket Launcher is going to fire at the Black Lions, who will spend their time, it looks like, trying to shoot at Infernal Guard with Fireglaves to take those out. But where's that homing missile? First couple of volleys come out from the Black Lions, doing really good damage to the Infernal Guard. And Deathstreaker Rocket Launcher, you gotta, like, fire today. It's had orders forever. Hey, wake the fuck up! There we go, now it's firing. After losing half an Infernal Guard with Fireglaves, though, so come on, Deathstreaker, figure it out. Boom! Big damage onto the Black Lions. And hopefully that will continue. If it ever feels like firing. Anyway, Black Lions firing in still. The Silver Bolts are also firing. The Kadai Destroyer is thinking about moving forward. As the Deathstreaker fires yet again. Marcus Wolfheart's Hunter's Snare is out on the Kadai Destroyer, making it free for the Silver Bolts to just shoot at that big boy and take him down a peg. Black Lions have already lost one of their models. Then a Pit of Shades is going to catch a Hobgoblin Cutthroat and an Infernal Guard with Fireglaves. And then Empire Knights are going to charge into those Hobgoblins. So a very, very rough start here for the Chaos Dwarves. They've taken a lot of damage. But the Black Lions take another hit from that nasty Deathstreaker Rocket Launcher. And a Hellhammer goes down the line of the Silver Bullets, taking a gigantic chunk of their health away. And maybe even routing them. No, they do rally. That regiment for now is good on leadership. They're good at it. Infernal Guard with their Fireglaves trying to shoot over at Empire Knights to stop the disruption of their people. Meanwhile, the cannon hits these Black Lions again, but it hit a different model, so 2 of these models are extremely low HP. 1 is just fine. Kadai Destroyer routes off some Spearmen. Empire Knights get heading for the hills, and actually that Shadow Wizard might be in a bit of trouble if the Kadai Destroyer gets tasked onto him. But a Melkoth Mystifying Miasma might finish off those Infernal Guard with Fireglaves, and another Black Lion is destroyed by this Deathstreaker Rocket Launcher. Here comes the concerning bits as Empire Knights have fully penetrated the backline of the Chaos Dwarves. Astragoth actually snipes out Marcus, and he is much faster, 60 speed versus 36, so he should be able to keep up with Marcus. Even if Marcus has nets or something, he'll be fine. Great Sword's trying to catch Astragoth. He has infantry size, so their bonus versus infantry and armor piercing will be pretty darn good. But maybe he could just use Hellhammer and bail himself out. Black Lions down to 1 model due to the sniping of the Deathstreaker Rocket Launcher. Kadai Fireborn trying to peel. Oh, it's the Destroyer, sorry. I'm used to saying the Fireborn. Kadai Destroyer trying to peel for that guy. And that is 293 HP on the last Black Lion model. He's forced to fall back. The Empire's front line is not doing amazing, but they're not dead just yet. Their cavalry has taken a bit of a beating, and they now finally get what they wanted, a good surround on the Deathstreaker Rocket Launcher. Too late, too little and too late for the Black Lions, but it is what it is, and you take what you can get when you get it. Kadai Destroyer, I don't know what that was that just went off of him and hurt everybody, but it looked a little spooky. The Empire Knights still taking damage. They're not able to kill the Deathstreaker Rocket Launcher fast enough. And there is another Hellhammer from Astragoth. Gets pretty good damage onto the Great Swords. I disagree with taking Fate of Buna on the Demon Smith Sorcerer if you're going to take that expensive spell onto Astragoth. Okay, so that's just one of his attack animations. That's sick. That's super cool. Astragoth looks like he's still getting slowly poked down by Marcus Wolfheart over time. The Shadowcaster is not feeling super great. And I now wonder what this Deathstreak Rocket Launcher is going to spend his time doing. I wouldn't hate for it to finish off the Shadows Caster with 1 or 2 single target rockets and then start poking down Marcus Wolfheart. But it's going for a scatter shot onto the Greatswords, but it got interrupted by these pesky Empire Knights yet again. Chaos Dwarves are up on the balance of power just slightly. They still have an over half health Kadai Destroyer, which will be a problem. And their Deathstreaker Rocket Launcher does count for a lot of the balance of power, because it has a ton of ammunition at HP, but it's very squishy. So if the Silver Bullets or Marcus can start shooting it down, then it'll lose balance of power very quickly. Hobgoblin Cutthroats and Goblin Laborers trying to hold back the Imperial Tides, but it looks like those are still coming unabated. And there goes a shot. Is it single target or is it cluster? It is cluster. It scores a decent hit on those Silver Bullets. They've already taken damage, so cluster stuff does less damage the more you're already damaged. Like the first volley of the Avalanche Mortars is super impressive, and then after that it's pretty meh. Against the same target, obviously. Kadai Destroyer peeling away those Empire Knights as the scatter shot completely misses the Silver Bullets. And Marcus Wolfheart continues to ping down that Destroyer. And the Grey Wizard is opting into some melee combat of his own with the Deathstreaker, but he just needs to be careful. Astrogoth is coming. Astrogoth is a spooky, spooky man. He's coming for blood. Hits that Grey Wizard right in the face. And gives himself Cascading Fire Cloak plus the Black Hammer of Hashut, giving him up to 800 weapon strength, and the Grey Wizard is out of there. No problem whatsoever. Astrogoth's trying to chase him, though. The Grey Wizard's faster. Oh, the edge of the map's right there, though. I guess maybe you could try and just keep him routing. Kadai Destroyer plus the Demonsmith Sorcerer of Death. Busy fighting some Greatswords. And Demonsmith Sorcerer, he has a heal, right? Okay, he already used both his casts of Reforge. I don't hate taking him. I just don't like taking him with Fate of Buna. Still one very healthy Greatsword, though they're about to get cluster missiled. That was a good little shot from the rocket launcher. Anyway, one healthy Greatsword, another half-health Greatsword. Marcus Wolfheart's still healthy-ish. And the Black Lion's single chariot is still in. Marcus Wolfheart gets a giant focus shot onto Astrogoth, plus the Silver Bolts are shooting him. And, of course, Marcus is just normally shooting him. So Astrogoth had the worst day of his life. Charges in with Cascading Fire Cloak, gets a big hit onto Marcus Wolfheart. Can he get 2 more? There's another one. Looks like he's going to need 2 more after that, but he's just taking so much damage from all his focus fire. And that is going to be the death of the Chaos Dwarf Lord, unfortunately. He did his best. He almost killed off Marcus. I wonder if that Deathstreaker Rocket Launcher can go into single target and finish him off. But Astrogoth is dead, and that'll be a big problem because all these Goblin Laborers and Hobgoblins are going to lose a bunch of leadership as soon as Astrogoth dies. And that'll mean they'll all rout. Everything you see right here is going to rout, leaving the Kadai Destroyer alone to try and defend this rocket launcher. Astrogoth going a little bit too ham, throwing his life away. Bounce power is still in the Chaos Dwarf's favor, but it heavily factors in all these units that are routing, despite the fact that they're routing and not going to be very helpful. Deathstreaker Rocket Launcher getting real lows. It's now surrounded by Greatswords who are poking down at it. And it is going to rout, bringing the bounce power even closer back to the middle. The Kadai Destroyer taking pokes from Marcus Wolfheart in the back. And Hobgoblin sneaky gets chasing down Marcus. They get him to rout. And the Black Lion's single war wagon still here. Still could be firing at stuff. Oof, but the Demonsmith Sorcerer getting routed off by Greatswords is also pretty brutal. The Grey Wizard's still around doing some stuff. Basically, this balance of power is entirely on the Kadai Destroyer, and it still thinks it's going to win this game. I am a little more skeptical, but we'll see. Hobgoblin Sneaky gets trying to finish these Empire Spearmen so they can get back to chasing after Marcus Wolfheart and the Silver Bullets. The Kadai Destroyer has a Metal Cusp Mystifying Miasma on him, I guess just for poke damage. There's nothing else to cast it on. Everything else is routing and being taken care of. The single Black Lion is ready to fire in on our Kadai Destroyer pal. Getting some decent damage onto him. And these Empire Spearmen are holding, man. They're holding with the will of the gods. And now all of a sudden it's the Hobgoblin Sneaky Gits that are routing. Marcus is allowed to rally in the distance, and the balance of power shifts pretty heavily against the Chaos Dwarves at this point. Silver Bullets, Marcus, and the Black Lion all still shooting at the Kadai Destroyer as he desperately tries to carry this game. Oh, Lodi, he doing his best. But there is a focus shot from, well, it's the Amber Bow. But the Amber Bow brings Kadai Destroyer real low. Army losses hits, and there he goes. Marcus had to get pretty crazy value. 1,600. Yeah, that's pretty good. G. For Boogylicious, Marcus did great. Hellblaster Volley Gun, Cart did well. Deathcaster also did well. I guess it's the Shadowcaster, whatever. Great Swords did well. Silverbolts did well. Empire Knights struggled to get the value, unfortunately for them. And then the Empire State Troops did not get a lot of value either. For Gojira, Astrogoth did amazingly. The Kadai Destroyer honestly did fine. Demons to Sorcerer did not do very much. I guess he just healed the Kadai Destroyer. Deathstriker Lockhunch did fantastically. Hobgoblin Sneaky Gits and Cutthroats mixed value. And the Fireglaves did not pay for themselves. They got shut down pretty hard.
Roar! Subscribe, yes.